Hello and welcome back to my Let's Play of Mass Effect 1. This is Greattreejam coming at you from a corner of the universe with really hot femchefs. Last time we left off, we actually finished debriefing with Rex, Kaidan, Liara, and Joker after the Therum mission. And now we're going to go ahead and talk to Ashley, Garrus, and Tali. So, let's get straight to it.
Commander?
What's your opinion of the last mission?
Not sure I buy Dr. Tassoni's story about her and her mom not talking. They're family, right?
I think she's being straight with us. Or at least I don't think she lies very often.
Yeah, she's probably really bad at it. Hey, want me to ask her about her sex life? Might be illuminating.
Is that the best way to spend your time, Chief?
I read you, Commander. I'll behave. Too bad those ruins got destroyed. I mean, they lasted thousands of years. That's impressive.
Real smooth, Ashley.
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
Sure, I was hoping to get a minute of your time. Off the record.
I keep an open door policy. If you have any concerns, lay them on me.
All right. I know things are different aboard the Normandy, but I'm concerned about the aliens, Vicarian and Rex. With all due respect, Commander, should they have full access to the ship?
They may not serve the Alliance, Chief, but they're allies. At least as far as Saren goes.
This is the most advanced ship in the Alliance Navy. I don't think we should give them free rein to poke around the vital systems. Engines, sensors, weapons.
You don't trust the Alliance's allies?
I'm not sure I'd call the Council races allies. We, humanity, I mean, have to learn to rely on ourselves.
Standing up for ourselves doesn't mean standing alone.
I don't think we should turn down allies. I just think we shouldn't bet everything on them staying allies. As noble as the council members seem now, if their backs are against the wall, they'll abandon us.
I don't see that as inevitable.
Look, if you're fighting a bear and the only way for you to survive is to sick your dog on it and run, you'll do it. As much as you love your dog, it isn't human. It's not racism, not really. Members of their species will always be more important to them than humans are.
Of course it's not racism. Otherwise, why would you compare other species to dogs?
These seem like deeply held beliefs, Williams. What made you think this way?
My family's defended the Alliance since it was founded. My father, grandfather, great-grandmother, they all picked up a rifle and swore the oath of service. I guess we just tend to think of Earth's interests as our own.
So Ashley Williams, I wouldn't go as far as to say that she's extremely chauvinistic or far too nationalistic, but she definitely sees the interests of humanity as humanity forwarding its own goals, its own agenda, and trying to treat other species with suspicion because, bottom line, we're humans, we stick it alone. But anyway, let's just go ahead and get a little bit better background.
You're lucky. I lost my family on Mindoir. Are you related to anyone I'd have heard of?
Couldn't say, Commander. I read about Mindoir. The Alliance screwed the pooch on that one. Should have had a bigger garrison. Is that why you're out here? To take the fight to the pirates?
Mainly I wanted to serve. Protect the Alliance, save lives, you know?
Glad to hear it. I'd hate to think you were out here for a free college education.
It doesn't sound like you've worked with aliens before.
No, ma'am. Mainly I've been groundside, part of the surface garrison forces. I did get a rotation on a space station for training. Every Marine a rifleman, every rifleman ZG certified.
Guess you make a habit of second-guessing your superiors.
No, ma'am.
Now, the thing about Ashley is, I don't necessarily hate her. I just wish that they could have given her a little bit of a different perspective when it comes to being a soldier who's part of humanity, and humanity's in a council affiliate species. So, she seems a little outdated in terms of her perspective.
Alright, I can see where your concerns are coming from, Williams. But this is a multilateral mission. You're gonna have to work with aliens, like it or not.
It won't be a problem, Commander. You say jump, I say how high. You tell me to kiss a Turian, I'll ask which cheek.
I don't think kissing Turians will be necessary.
You never know, Commander.
Dismissed, Chief.
Ma'am.
So now that we've got Ashley's background, a little bit about her story, and we can always follow up with characters, because as you do missions, they'll unveil more about their personal histories, and you can find out more about them. But right now, let's go ahead and talk to Garrus. Hey, Garrus. For some reason, I cannot select you.
Commander, how are you?
Okay, there we go.
Why did you want to be a C-Sec officer in the first place?
That's a good question. There were several reasons, I guess.
Like what?
Probably the same as most officers. I wanted to fight injustice, wanted to help people. I guess my father had something to do with it too. He was C-Sec, one of the best. I grew up hearing about his accomplishments or seeing his picture on the vids after a big arrest. He's taking my resignation pretty hard.
That's tough. But you'd think he'd be impressed you're going after Saren.
My father's a C-Sec man to the bone. Do things right or don't do them at all, he says. He thinks I'm being too rash, too impatient. He's worried I'll become just like Saren. He actually talked me out of becoming a Spectre when I was younger, for the same reasons.
You were asked to be a Spectre.
Well, I was targeted as a possible Spectre candidate, me and about 1,000 other Turian military recruits. I could have received special training, but my father didn't like it. He despises the Spectres. He hates the idea of someone having unlimited power with no accountability. He wouldn't like you, Commander. No offense.
I suppose I can understand his concern.
You can. But Saren's not going to play by our rules, C-Sec's rules. If you want to nail Saren, you need to send someone who isn't restricted by policies and procedures.
Just because you can break the rules doesn't mean you should. I don't need to stoop to Saren's level to stop him. And neither do you, Garrus.
I see what you mean, but I'll think about it. Thanks, Commander.
So I think that's all we can get out of Garrus for now. Yeah. For some reason I couldn't select him, and I had to keep moving my character around just to try and get conversation. But anyway, with Garrus, depending on your character, you may be Paragon or Renegade. I did state that I'm going to be doing mostly Paragon decisions in my playthrough. But with Paragon, you can kind of convince him to be more of a... try following the book a little bit more often. Or with Renegade, you can convince him to be more vigilante and say, hey, with the threats we're facing, the rules don't cut it anymore, so it's time to be Jack Bauer. Speaking of vigilante behavior, I don't know if you guys have watched The Punisher with Thomas Jane being Frank Castle, but if you appreciate a good fan flick, if you haven't done so already, I suggest you go and look up The Punisher Dirty Laundry. If you want some good old-fashioned Thomas Jane acting as Frank Castle badass. It's pretty graphic, but pretty fucking awesome. Not too graphic, it's just fucking awesome. How's that? Anyway, let's go ahead and talk to Tali, and I want to try and get to the Citadel before this video runs out.
Oh, hello, Shepard.
Are you okay?
I don't know. Your ship is amazing, and your crew's been really great to me. Especially your chief engineer. But I just sort of feel out of place. The Normandy runs so smooth it feels like we're not even moving. And the engines are so quiet. How do you sleep at night?
The silence wakes you up?
Back on the flotilla, the last thing you want to hear is silence. It means an engine's died or an air filter shut down. I guess you don't have to worry about that here. But old habits die hard. But it's more than just the silence. This ship feels so empty. It's like half the crew is missing. Back home, I couldn't wait to go on my pilgrimage. I couldn't wait to get away from the crowds. Now that I'm out here, I kind of miss them.
Sometimes we don't appreciate what we have till it's gone.
That's true. I'm starting to wonder if that's what the pilgrimage is really about. It's given me a whole new perspective on my people and our culture. You know, there's always a few who go on their pilgrimages and never return. I always assumed something bad happened to them, but maybe they just wanted a different life.
You do plan to return to the migrant fleet, right?
I could never abandon my people, Shepard. I will go back eventually, but we have to stop Saren first. Otherwise, I might not have a home to go back to.
I should go.
See you later.
Something that I find with Tali's dialogue, unlike some of the other crew members where it tends to update after major missions, Tali's tends to update after every assignment. Actually, to be honest, I think Rex has the same issue. I think it's mainly intentional because if you think about it, there are 3 main missions before you have to get to a significant part of the story where something very, very serious happens. But anyway, there are some characters where you have to do major missions before you can hear anything from them, namely Caden and in some cases Ashley. But anyway, now that we've done debriefing with the crew, I want to go ahead and just get the Normandy to the Citadel, and we're going to talk to Anderson and Udina if possible. If we can't do it in this vid, though, we'll do it in next vid. But let's just go ahead and just park at the Citadel, and since this is our first visit to the Citadel since a major mission, we are going to have some developments. Look at that. So fancy. I love it.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Commander Shepard, my name is Nasana Dantius. I have a job for you. I can't say any more in an unsecured communication. If you're interested in hearing my offer, meet me on the Citadel so we can talk in person. I'll be waiting in the Diplomat's Lounge on the Presidium.
So now we have an assignment from Nasana Dantius. And I just want to say, it feels like my Shepard's eyes are kind of pinkish. It's like, Shepard hasn't slept in a long time. Does Shepard ever sleep in Mass Effect 1? Maybe. Like, once or twice. I think my Shepard's basically a zombie, he just doesn't sleep. It's basically a caffeine train. You get that view of the Normandy just parking in the Citadel. That nice docking animation. What, Shazam. Yeah, I know, I'm old school like that. No one ever uses that word anymore, I think. Does anyone use the word Shazam anymore? No? Okay. Just me then. But anyway, it's time to go to the Citadel and see if there's anything we can do. And this time I'm going to take Rex and Liara. Show Liara around, get her opinion on things.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
So you're probably wondering why I brought Rex and Liara with me. Well, there's a particular individual waiting for you after your first mission that you get. So if you do, let's say, go to Therum, or if you go to Pharos, or go to Novaria, and you do one of those missions, when you come back, this dude's going to be waiting for you. And I am going to look around first. Hang on, Liara's got something to say.
Seeing the ward stretching out before you really makes you appreciate the Citadel as a true wonder of Prothean engineering.
A private docking bay. Wonder how much the Alliance had to shell out for this.
Let me just take a look around and see if there's any codex I can get. Sometimes when you go to the docking bay, you can get new codex entries just by looking at the Normandy. But I don't think we're getting them, so... Okay. Let's talk to this dude, Rear Admiral Mihailovic.
Rear Admiral Mihailovic, 5th Fleet.
Okay, I said that wrong.
We weren't told to expect you, sir. I would have prepared a formal greeting.
Spare me the pleasantries. I command the 63rd Scout Flotilla. You and the Normandy were slated for my unit after shakedown. And the Council got their paws, claws, tentacles, whatever. They got them on our ship, and you.
I still serve the Alliance, sir. As a Spectre, I can advance our interests to the Council.
You still know what color your blood is, Shepard? I don't begrudge the politician's decision to throw you to the Council. It's an opportunity. I do begrudge this over-designed piece of tin, though.
The Normandy is a fine ship, sir. She's served us well so far.
It's a gimmick, Commander. Useless in a stand-up fight. This experiment diverted billions from our appropriations bills. For the same price, we could have had a heavy cruiser. But no, we had to make nice to the Turians, throw money at a co-developed boondoggle. I'm here to make an inspection, Commander. Normandy is an Alliance warship. I intend to see she's up to snuff.
I'm sure you'll find everything in order, Admiral.
I'll just bet. Wait here. I won't be long. Commander, I'm not happy.
Sounds like a fairly common situation.
Commander, I suggest you secure your mouth. It's going to get you in trouble. Who designed that CIC? Putting the commander aft of everyone else is inefficient. What if he needs to discuss with the operators toward the bow?
Well, if you pipe down and stop having an aneurysm, you might actually listen.
Modified Turian style. They prefer commanders looking over their subordinates rather than in the middle of them. We wanted to see how effectively they can command with that setup.
Reasonable goal, but they should have studied that in a lab rather than on a frontline warship. I had to shake my head at that drive core of yours. 120 billion credits of element 0 to make this thing able to move without giving itself away. You realize we could make drive cores for 12,000 fighters with that money? What good is it to hide for a few hours anyway? Useless.
We can loiter in an enemy system and monitor traffic, or drop infiltration teams on enemy worlds. Normandy could be more effective than the Solarian STG.
Maybe. But that's not the job of a proper warship. We're supposed to find and kill the enemy fleet, not count how many times their garrison goes to the bathroom. And we need to talk about your crew, Commander. Krogan? Asari? Turians? What are you thinking, Commander? You can't allow alien nationals free access to Alliance equipment?
Hey, I'm just trying to get free healthcare. Come on, man.
Between Saren and the Geth, we have enough enemies out here. Treating other species with suspicion and distrust won't win hearts and minds.
That assumes the hearts and minds are worth winning. That hasn't been proven yet. You have anything else to say, Commander? Any other justifications for the state of this vessel?
I can whoop a whole lot more ass than you.
I think Normandy is a good ship, sir. Even if you disagree, you have to see that her joint construction and multiracial crew make the Alliance look better.
Your job is to look good, Commander. The Alliance navies is to win wars. I'm not convinced Normandy isn't a waste of taxpayer money, but I am convinced that you believe otherwise, and that you'll use it to its best ability. I'll be submitting a report to the Joint Military Council. It will not be as negative as I'd planned. Good hunting, Commander Shepard. Make us proud.
That's why you invest in Paragon or Renegade, depending on what you do. So basically, this guy's issue is that you didn't join his fleet. The Normandy was supposed to join his fleet and become part of his, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, raid ships? I don't know. That's basically this guy's beef with you. And I'm sorry. Who made that guy an admiral? I don't know. I think you need better officers. But let's go ahead and just cut the video here, because I don't think we're going to get through the next segment without running out of time. Anyways, Greattreejam, it's been nice having you. What the hell is that? Oh, never mind. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next vid. Take care, get some rest, have a good day, night, alternate realm of universe, wherever you may be. And we will have some fun next time. Bye!